What's going on, guys? So I thought I'd have a little chat about something a little bit different to the usual e-bike stuff today. Sort of come to my attention that this time of year, coming up towards Christmas, winter time, in the UK, a lot of people tend to struggle, and I think there's good reasons for that. One, the weather's shit, and it gets dark by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's pitch black, the weather's cold, can't get outdoors as much. It can be a difficult time for a lot of people. Don't think it really matters what position you're in, whether it doesn't matter where you are in life and how big or small your problems are. A lot of people seem to struggle with depression, seasonal anxiety disorders. Some people just get depressed just because there's not much to do, because maybe they've lost a loved one, maybe they've lost a relationship. Christmas time is a tough one. A lot of people will miss people that have been and gone in their lives. It's not an easy time. Financially, it's difficult. So many reasons for people struggling this time of year. But just wanted to talk about it. It's out in the open, because guys being guys, we don't really fucking talk about nothing. I'll talk about this stuff sometimes with my mate Andy, but other than that, I kind of keep myself to myself. And a lot of guys are the same, So yeah, just wanted to talk about what people can do, what I've learned myself through 44 years on this planet. Sometimes I don't talk about my problems to people because I know people are going through. Hey, you alright, mate? Sorry, it's my mate. Yeah, sometimes, personally myself, I don't know if some people are the same, don't really talk about the problems, because I know that I've got friends that are going through much, much worse, So I feel a sense of guilt for kind of talking about shit, I was talking to Andy this morning, he's feeling a bit meh, and I think he might be mentioning it in his video, and I thought, it kind of inspired me to talk about it as well, because I think it's good to hear other guys fucking just being open and talking about shit, rather than guys being guys and just talking about guy shit. It's not a bad thing to be open, It's not a bad thing to ask for help, to talk to a friend. It's not a bad thing to go and get counselling or seek some kind of help. Talking from personal experience, I seem to, I feel at 44 years age, I've got quite a lot of experience in life and people, not just my own experience. And a lot of us have coping mechanisms, and these coping mechanisms can range from, somewhat unhealthy stuff to stuff that is extremely destructive. If you're talking the other end of the scale, where you're getting involved with drugs or drink or stuff of that destructive nature, or hanging around with people that really don't benefit you, that to me is like the far end of the scale that you need to be steering clear of. Then you've got your other kind of coping mechanisms of just general avoidance, hanging about with friends, getting buried in work, etc, etc. These might not be quite as destructive as the more serious coping mechanisms. However, if you've got problems going on and you're not dealing with them, and you're just using coping mechanisms to escape what's going on in your head, you'll start to, people will start to suffer with like symptoms like depression, lack of sleep. You'll bury all this stuff by keeping yourself busy and doing this and that, and you don't want to sit on your own, and before you know it, it's bedtime and you're awake all night, and then you feel like shit, and it's like a broken record on repeat. So I urge people that are struggling to actually face and deal with their shit that they're going through. Now, don't get me wrong, coping mechanisms have their place, and I definitely think some kind of healthy forms of distraction are good, but in the right balance. Go and do what you do if it's not destructive to you or anyone else, but do not ignore problems. If you've got debts, if you've got any form of problems going on in your life, you've got to find the time during the day to face them, and the time to face it is during the daytime. Do not sit and think about your problems at bedtime, because it's a mistake I myself and many other people make. Anyway, guys, had my little rant. Hope you guys are doing well, each and every person who watches this channel. Apologies if it's boring and not about e-bike stuff. If it makes you feel any better, got a passenger seat full of wheels. Yeah, guys, hope everyone's well. Try and socialise, try and exercise, and when I say socialise, I don't mean getting wankered down the pub. don't think that's a healthy, you know, it's not a healthy thing, you know, like jiu-jitsu, exercising, seeing those good friends who challenge you intellectually and challenge you in a positive way to better yourself. Stick around positive stuff, seek help, get some exercise, find healthy outlets. Don't be afraid to talk, don't be afraid to, if you're going through shit and you want to share it, by all means drop a comment. But if your stuff's real serious, if it's real deep, I know a lot of people are going through some really deep stuff, seek out some counselling and don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to better yourself, alright? Take it easy, guys. Take care. And I'll catch you guys in a video soon.